Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're safe and sound as always. Hopefully, got a good one for you today. Gonna be talking about some possible DLC teams, some proper speculation, high speculative teams that hopefully, if we get, would actually break the internet. These are going to be some crazy picks, but hopefully you guys like them. As always, thank you for the continued support. You guys are awesome. I really do mean it. The videos have been popping off, and the channel is slowly growing. So if you do find yourself coming back and you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It means a lot. And the like and all the good stuff. It's all free, doesn't cost you anything. And let's jump into it. So the first team I got, and a few of us touched on this in the comments section, and that's going to be the Illuminati. I just think the characters in this team would be awesome, and they would sort of be based around grabs, portal plays, psyche kind of abilities, and the first character would obviously be Doctor Strange. Now I can see Strange being a zoner, and if you think like he's got his portals, you could incorporate the mirror dimension with like traps, and then like he could have his air combos extended using his cloak of levitation, and I can see him playing somewhat similar to Testament from Guilty Gear, having moves that not only attack but also create a projectile, or conjure up a portal, or send the opponent somewhere, or traps. I think that'd be a really cool move set, and would just really separate him from what we have in the game already, possibly. Next one is going to be Black Bolt. Now, I can imagine Black Bolt being a grappler, sort of powerhouse that obviously has a speaking element power that would just destroy scenery, and sort of voice-based moves. I'm trying to think like maybe you could relate him to like a Zangief sort of move set, because he is quite physical, and then relies on his speaking ability, sort of secondary, sort of picture, um, sort of minimal chip damage, but you sort of end up landing one or two clean combos, and it's like basically the match is over. Sort of a tricky character to imagine, and what his sort of move sets would be, but yeah, sort of like possibly like wreckers with sort of grapple and suplexes and throws, what have you, and then mix in, like I said, his sort of voice um, powers. It just, yeah, super cool. Then I got Namor, and I'm trying to cook with this one. I'm thinking he could be super aggressive, the sort of rush down option, but he's also got his wings on his feet so he can fly, and he's also got his staff, and then you'd have like that super cool secondary power where he could bring creatures from the deep ocean off screen. You know, and he's got like range abilities, water specials, sort of when he needs to sort of create space or keep the opponent away. I'm sort of thinking sort of rush down, similar to Iori, Yagami, or even like Rugal. Sort of gameplay, that sort of aggression mixed with possible projectile. I think just a cool vibe. And then yeah, he's got his staff, physical. Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, cool character. I'd play that. And then lastly, I'm thinking Professor X. Professor X, just to mix it up. Now you could have two variants of Professor X. You could have the one where he's in the chair, which we haven't seen since like Mutant Academy 2, or you could have him wearing um, Cerebus, the helmet, which then would give him the ability to sort of walk around. I know it's hard to picture, but yeah, pure mind control. And then he could be like, yeah, sort of he is on his feet. He could be using curses or like a debuff style. He could like um, weigh you down that way. I'm kind of like thinking again, like Testament from Guilty Gear with like sort of like curses, but then with an actual like sort of reverses the opponent's inputs. Would be wild, kind of super. I think it'd be a strange support character, but yeah, I think yeah, super cool. And then again, you could do so much with him. Like I said, he could either be in the chair and then zone you out, but it'd be very difficult. But yeah, or he's on his feet and he's got that keeping you from afar, messing with your controls, or just like invisible projectiles, sort of mid to far range projectiles. Yeah, let me know your thoughts.
You need more practice.
Next one is going to be the Hellfire Club, and this could be awesome because it will add a few more women to the roster. And the first one is Emma Frost. Now, I thought this character could be like a dual stance, maybe. She could have the her human form for like fast, telepathic zoning, and then she could like go into a diamond form, which is like slightly slower, but it's armored. So then you got that sort of high damage offense, and she could sort of play, I don't know, a bit similar to like Gen from Street Fighter Alpha. That sort of textbook example of a true dual stance fighter with completely different normals like per form, like swap, and I think that would like suit Emma's diamond skin and like her like perfectly. I think that'd just be that'd be her kit. That'd be absolutely spot on. Then you would have Sebastian Shaw. Now in the comics, he absorbs energy, kinetic energy, and gets stronger the more damage he takes. And I just thought that is such a great concept for a fighting game that would really sort of make you sort of hesitant and really sort of think about how you're going to attack the character. You could have a built-in comeback mechanic similar to Marissa in Street Fighter 6. That raw power build-up feel is like the closest I feel match. A bruiser who's genuinely scarier in round 2 than in round 1, and you could just like go from there. And he's a cool looking character. Yeah, and again, and you just make a cool addition to the roster. Then you got Mystique. I mean, why wouldn't you want Mystique? She's iconic. Uh, just that sort of pure mix-up character, copying an opponent's normals or supers, disguising a low as an overhead maybe. Like you could do so much with this character. Arc systems could really run with her. You could have similar to how Mokujin in Tekken. His whole gimmick is copying other characters, movesets, which I think is just the cleanest visual for what Mystique's sort of shape-shifting gameplay could look like in a real match. I think, she's just a no-brainer. You put her in a DLC with Emma Frost, or even like match her up with Rogue. Do you have like an all like femme fatale DLC? That'd be so cool. And then you just finish it off with like Sabretooth. You've got Wolverine, you've got Deadpool. I mean, you've got to have Sabretooth. Like they both share that healing factor, and he would just play as this sort of like feral rush down, like fast move set, fast overhead, claw combo extensions, or like some sort of like claw wrecker, like a berserker super. Trades defense for damage. Um, honestly, just they could be. I know they're so identical in like their possible move sets. Well, they are and they're not. But if you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, if you have him, imagine that team. Imagine you just have like Wolverine, Sabretooth, and then someone else who would like it'd just be a super strong, fierce team. It'd be super cool. Um, yeah, Hellfire Club is just to me, it's just like with a style meets substance pick. It's just it would make great thumbnails, and Jerry a genuinely varied kit spread across all four characters. It'd be a cool team, a cool team. So then, lastly, the last team I have, and that's the Masters of Evil. Now, if you want to have a villain team that isn't just evil versions of the heroes, it's this team. This team is just pure evil. It's Baron Zemo, Absorbing Man, Enchantress, and Radioactive Man. This team is just built for chaos, and I think the characters in this team would make awesome characters in the game. So first up, you'd have Baron Zemo, who would be like this technical trap setter. He would have like mid-range pokes with a sword, and then he would be able to sort of trap and bind the opponent, and then get rewarded with like setups over like reads of the opponent. I'm kind of thinking like Venom from Guilty Gear Strive. That sort of ball and trap playstyle is kind of the closest reference point I can think of. Just a character who wants to control space before he ever sort of throws a punch. Then with a Zorban Man, this is kind of like the standout pick for me because again, trying to cook, his whole power is absorbing, obviously, whatever he touches, which in game could translate to like either a stance switch system again, similar to what I was talking about with Emma Frost. But then, depending on if he gets hit by what character, and it might be a little bit too much, but like stone, he gets armor. Hit him with metal, he gets damage. If he gets hit with wood or something, he gets like speed increases. Similar to like Kazuya or Devil Jin, that sort of like hit triggered form change visual, I just think would be like awesome. Um, and that's kind of the closest thing I could think of. But yeah, imagine that idea, but built entirely around materials instead of Devil Gene. Then with Enchantress, obviously you got your illusions and possible like debuff, Zona. You could got like teleport mix-ups, super that maybe weakens the opponent's next hit, or similar to like Lab Coat 21 from Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters. You have that sort of debuff, or uh, Alucard from Blaz Blue. Just that sort of like gold standard for what an illusion-based Zona could look like. I think that'd be a super cool, and that's just another lady in the game, which is always good. Lastly, Radioactive Man. He would be like the kind of tank, that sort of slow, oppressive like space controller, maybe like a couple of projectiles that could like leave lingering damage over time. Um, I'm thinking like Aki from Street Fighter 6 with her poison and stuff, um, or maybe like Dalsim with fire. But then you got to yeah, sort of gameplay. You just got to be patient. You just got to like control and then punish space. Um, yeah, you sort of be that character you hate fighting because yeah, he has to like come to you. You have to go. Yeah, it'd be a tricky one to sort of like play, but yeah, I think he'd be a really unique character. And I just think yeah, the Masters of Evil gives Tokon its like first real mechanically weird villain team, and like I said with Absorber Man, like him alone could be one of the yeah sort of most talked about game mechanic, game style fighting. Yeah, if Art Creators just like does it right, it'd be super cool, super cool. Technical team, but super cool. And yeah, there you go, guys. That's my three speculative possible DLC teams that we could see in the near future. Hope it hits. I hope you guys like. Let me know your comments. Try to take a little bit of inspiration from some of the teams and the characters that you guys mentioned in the comments. I mean, we could have gone as far as saying, you know, the obvious ones, X-Force, Fantastic Four, but I think those ones are pretty much a given. So I just tried to go a little bit for a couple of curveballs in there and some more obscure teams. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. As always, you guys are awesome. Look after yourselves. And yeah, I'll be back when the beta, when the lands at the end of the month. Till then, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.